Take it away. You ready for the question? Do it.
What's the proper way to prime a coil, and when should I switch a coil? When do you think it would be long enough to when I have to switch it?
Good questions. As far as timing, we'll go over that in a second. Let's give you guys an idea on the proper way to prime said coil. So what we're going to do is we're going to remove the said mini Nautilus spire off of our eye stick here. You have the tank full assembled, all closed up. You don't want to flip the tank upside down. And the base itself is going to unscrew off counterclockwise. One thing that I think is really cool about the design of this tank is there's no threads on like the outer base. The coil itself actually threads into the center. So these threads here actually thread directly into the center chamber, which is pretty awesome, help making a really secure locking connection. In order to fill it up though, this is the coil here. Go ahead and remove it for you so you can see the whole thing out in the open. This is the space that it lives in the base. Also more threads here in the bottom, that's where it threads directly in, but this is the whole atomizer. You can see inside of it. Uses the bottom vertical coil system. Fairly new. Aspire actually killed it on that, give them credit. But in order to get it primed up right, a lot of our customers will do the whole ordeal where they'll fill up the tank with liquid, fill it on up all the way, and then they'll screw it all down, and then they'll connect it to their battery within maybe 15 seconds of it actually being right side up again. Screw it on, and they'll go for a hit immediately. Pull on it, immediately they get some kind of dissatisfying flavor. Probably tastes like burnt cotton. Generally it is. And the reason why that is because the priming question that Austin had. So with priming a coil, there's a few things you can do. What I like to do is I'll take the liquid immediately after filling the tank up, and I'll take maybe, depending on what size the atomizer is, this one isn't really huge, but it's not the smallest in the world. So I take about a half a dropper full and kind of just drip it directly in. And what that's doing is it's saying, hey, you need to be saturated. There's going to be some liquid in here. I don't want to burn my wicking. So what that did is it kind of assured that whenever we then reconnect this, that there's some kind of liquid in the coil. Versus if you don't do that, what you have to do is you got to screw it all back together, with the tank filled up, of course, and then screwing it back down onto the device. At that point, without dripping liquid directly in said coil, you either have to give it a waiting period of about 5 to 15 minutes for it to really actually soak up and saturate liquid, or you're going to want to plug the air holes off with your finger and do a couple primer puffs without pushing the button. You're just kind of pulling air in through said chimney, so you're making liquid do its thing and channel into the center of that coil. I find the most efficient route for priming a coil always is just doing that dropper full. Nobody really wants to wait. Generally, if you switch a coil, sometimes you're on the go, you're on your lunch break, you may even be on a rush. You're in a rush for anything. And you just want to be able to get to vaping. So that little dropper full is a great technique I have. Customers love it. I love it. Austin, do you love it?
I think I love it.
We all love it. So yeah, any of those three methods will work, but Andrew's preferred dropper directly in the coil.